what's new in Canva, all you need to know. So let's get into it. The first on the list is you can now have multiple animated elements. So I will show you what this means and how you can use this. So what this means is you can have multiple animated effects in one design. So for example, if I click on this text, you would see the animate option here. It's in pop. This is okay. This is rise. I use rise for this text, and for element here, I use the pan. For this here, I use the drift. Before now, you can only add one animated effect to a design, but add as much, as many, as plenty as you want to. For example, once I play this one now, this first that it has different animated options. So I'm going to play it now so you can take a look at it. Now you see, I'm just going to go back and play it again. You see, so one was rise, the other was pan, and the other was drift. So now I am going to show you how you can achieve this. So I want to do this for this text. So I have written this text that just says you got this. I want to add an animated option, animated effect to the text and all of these elements. So what I will just do is click on every of the elements I want to add the effect to, then click where I have my cursor. This is where the animate option is. So you can choose any of the text animate options. You can see there are different ones available. The ones with the crown are the paid version. That means they are available for the pro users. Now this is text animate. You can also see here we have page animate. That is to animate the whole page and not just the text. Now for this, I have already used the pan. So the same thing you would do to each of the elements you want to animate. So for this crown, I am going to use the rise. So you can see here again, it has page animations and it has element animations. Like I said, the page animations is to animate the page itself and not just an element. So for this one, I have already used the rise. Now you can see that when I put my cursor on this rise, you can see the whole and different text effect that I have here, animate effect. So I'll click on the line also. I have already used the drift for this. Now you can see, once I click on this page, let me show you the page animation. So you see this page animate is different from the element animation or the text animation. Now that is it on how you can use multiple animated options in Canva on one design. Now the second thing that is new in Canva is the photogenic effect. So I just noticed that Canva introduced this photogenic effect that allows you add different effects. So they introduced more effects, the effects they already had. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this works. I have this image on already. I will go to effect, which is where you can see my cursor. So I'm just waiting for it to load up, and this is it. Where you can see my cursor, where you have the photogenic, this is where the effect is. So I'm just going to click on see all, so we can see all of the effects under the photogenic section. One thing I love about Canva, I must say, is that they always bring new things and they always evolve. So let's try each of the effects. So you see under this photogenic effect, we have the natural, we have the warm, we have the cool, we have the vivid, we have the soft, we have the vintage, we have the mono, and we have the color pop. So it is just left to you to, play around with it and see what you can achieve with it. In this also, you can also, adjust the settings by double tapping. You can see the effect this has on this. So I'm just going to tap on this settings bar. So you can either reduce the intensity, just like I'm doing now, or you can increase the intensity. And once you are done, don't forget to click apply. If you want to reset it, all you have to do is click reset. So I'm just going to cancel this, and that is it. Let me try another effect. So I want to show you another effect under the photogenic effect. So let's try the color pop. So let's try for poster. There are so many things you can do with this. You can use it to add different effects to your pictures. For example, you see what this did now? It has faded away the whole greenish thing I had going on with the picture. So like I said, you can reduce it or you can increase it. So let me just click apply. So you see, this is the photogenic effect. Now the third on the list is you can now have Cutout effect. That means you can have matrix, I don't know how it is pronounced, to your images. So Canva just recently added this also to the whole photo effect. I'm going to show you how it works. So I am just using this image. I randomly searched for ellipse image, and I want to show you how the effect works. So I'm going to click on the image, after which I will click on effects rather. Once you click on effects, you will see it bring out a list of options. So let's wait for that. I'm just going to scroll to the very last, and that is where you will see the Cutout, which is where I have my cursor, right? As you can see, the Cutout. Now, if you have not linked your own, it will ask you to connect the Cutout account to the Canva. That's to Canva, but I have already done this, so that is why it's clicked at one click. This is the Cutout effect. We have the colorize, the grayscale, I don't know how this is pronounced, and we have the matrix. So I'm just going to click on the colorize and show you the effect that it does. That's the effect it has on the image. Now this is what it does. It has this kind of code thingy to your image, and also the matrix. So like I said, you can control it here. You can change the settings. For this, it allows you to change the background color. You can also play around the transparency. So you can just completely black out the transparency of the background, or you can increase it. You can also either increase the columns, you can see the effect it has, or you can reduce it. So you see, so this is it. You can also play around the presence. So I'm just basically playing around all of the effects. So let us change the background color now. I want to change the background color to something else so you can see. So let me leave it as yellow. Okay, this sits into the background too much. So let me try it with pink. So you see, you can play around the background color and change it as you may want it. Let's try red. And that is it for the colorize. I'm just going to cancel this and go back to the Cutout. There is also the grayscale. Let's see what this is. For this, you can also adjust the settings, but with this one, you cannot change the background color. So you can only change the background. You can change the background color of the colorize, but you cannot change for the grayscale. So let's try this. Again, you can change the settings of this one. You can change the background color for this. You can also change the color within it. And this is the matrix. For this, you can, let me just click apply. You can increase the offset, reduce or increase. You can reduce the transparency, as you can see. So I'm just going to increase this. You can see the effect it is having to the image. You can increase the presence, reduce the presence, and so on and so forth. I think this effect is really cool, and there are so many things you can achieve using this. Now, moving on, the fourth effect I noticed is the mirror and screen effect. So I recently noticed there is a mirror effect when you check the effect option. So I'm just going to show you how this works. I saw this recently when searching under the glitch. I saw the mirror, yes, so this is it, right under the glitch. You can also, like as the other ones, play around this effect. So you see, this is like mirroring the image you have. So there is also the screen effect that I noticed under the effect option. Just going to go down. So this is it, right where you see my cursor. So I noticed we have this screen effect. I'm not sure this was here before, but I just recently noticed it, and I think it is a new update too that was added. So basically the new updates are just effects. I think I really love this. You can also, play around the settings. So basically the new updates are effects, animated options added to the effect, and also some new effects added to the photo effects section. And that is it for the new update and what's new in Canva. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now. I drop Canva tutorials, tips, tricks, and all you need to know about Canva. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.